Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about ATEEZ's spin-off from the Witness album. So I got another copy of Fever Part 2 because like half of the songs on this album are remixes of that one, which brings me to my first point. This album is primarily remixes. I naturally have less to say about remixes, so like it's gonna be a bit speedier than normal. Also, if I am right, and I think I am, this should be the last video you see from me until next year. So, Happy New Year's. I hope you have phenomenal New Year's. Make some good resolutions or don't. It does not really affect me, but I hope you have a great time either way. We're not here to talk about New Year's, though. We're here to talk about ATEEZ. So, just to go over how this is going to work, I am going to run through the track list, give you my thoughts on each song, and then give the album a score out of 10 at the end. However, I do have some disclaimers before we get started. Disclaimer number one, I've heard the title twice, but for the rest of this album, I've heard it once so far, so my opinions on these songs very much may change over time. Second disclaimer, my standard one, everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because music is subjective, and that is great. Alright, cool. Now that we have all of that out of the way, let us get started. And starting us off, we have the title track, Halazia. And in my opinion, this is the best title track in years. Like, probably since inception, I would say. It's the first one I enjoyed in a hot minute, because normally ATEEZ titles are too loud for me. They're too loud for me. They give me headaches. This one, however, very toned down, very much into it. Let's discuss, though. First of all, the pre-chorus is great. I loved her. Also, the chorus, quite solid. It does get a little repetitive at the start, but like the second half is quite good. And also, the bridge is a bit of a moment, and I was here for the verses. So like all around, I was into this song. That said, I do have a few minor complaints. One of them has been a running theme, which is just offensive ATEEZ warning coming specifically in regards to Mingy. I don't think he's the best rapper. Specifically, I think he's bad at writing his raps, and I think someone needs to take the pen away. My other complaint, the beat drop at the end, it got a bit loud. Like, it wasn't offensively loud like most ATEEZ titles are, so like I got through it, but it definitely was getting there. That said, I enjoyed most of this song. Again, best title in years if you ask me, so I'm willing to call her a win. On to the remixes. First up is the Win remix by Junwon, and for some context, okay? The original version of Win. I love her. To be fair, I am biased. It came out when I was still like a diehard ATEEZ stan, but even now, like I listened to it before I made this video, it still holds up and it still really bangs. As for the remix, she also bangs. It was great. My one key issue with the original version of Win is just I feel like the chorus is a little too bland, and the background music for the chorus in the remix was quite solid, so I enjoyed her a bit more. However, big picture, I don't think I would say this is better than the original version of Win. I still like the original one more, although again, biased. I have nostalgia for it, so like there is that. However, I also don't think this remix did enough to really distinguish itself and make itself a better song, if you know what I mean. Our next remix is the Edenary remix of I'm the One, and unlike with Win, I don't really like this song all that much, like, at least the original version, to be clear, because I think it's too loud. Specifically, the chorus gives me a bit of a headache, but, like, all around the song isn't really for me. This remix, however, I enjoyed her, mostly because it takes I'm the One and turns it into, like, a club banger-style song. I love club banger-style songs, so overall, I would say this is better than the original. At least I enjoyed it more. We have reached our final remix, which is the Idiotape remix of Take Me Home. And for some context once more, I love the original version of this song. I consider this chorus in particular one of the best choruses ATEEZ has released in the 2020s. I think it's phenomenal. So going in, I was very intrigued to see how the remix was going to do. And frankly, it's not great. I mean, they kind of ruined the chorus for me, which again, love the original chorus, so like that as a whole just brought the whole thing down for me, and I also would not say this is better than the original. Last but not least, we have the instrumental outro moment, which is Bluebird, and I think this song, my key issue with it really, it's a smidge too long. It's almost 2 whole minutes long, which definitely could have been tightened up. We easily could have cut 30 seconds to even a minute, because I feel like if you're going to do an outro instrumental, which can work, it can work flawlessly, you need to keep it like short and sweet almost. You don't want it to go on for too long, and I think this one makes that mistake. I think it goes on for too long and it should have been a bit shorter. That's all I got though, so I guess it's score time. Overall, I'm gonna give this album an 8.5 out of 10. My one key area of complaint when it comes to this album, I wish it had more original songs. When I saw ATEEZ was releasing a single album, I was very intrigued just because like they've never released a single album before. So I was interested to see how it was gonna go. However, I was not expecting it to be 90% remix. Specifically a 60% remix actually. But like either way, it had too many remixes for me. I wish it had, even if it was like 2 original songs, other than the outro, that doesn't really count for me, like 2 original songs, then 3 remixes, I think it would have been a lot better. Instead, the only real new song is the title, which while I enjoy, and the remixes are fine too, I didn't really love any of the remixes because more often than not, I like the original more. So like, yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your own thoughts on this album down below. Let me know which song was your favorite. You can also like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I will be okay either way. And if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter at @s_reviews. I will link that in the description along with any other ATEEZ reviews that I have done, so you can check all those out if you so choose. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!